2 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi. Hello, Facebook land. Hi, IG. Hi, LinkedIn. Hi, YouTube. Hi, Twitter. All right, we are all up in all the screens today. Y'all not gonna want to miss today's conversation. It is our Friday CEO, Friday CEO F.L.O.W. I'm so excited about joining you guys on Friday nights. At least for we got two more. We may do April. We'll see. I got some people scheduled for April, so I might have to do April, but I might have some of my masterminders host it if I can't make it because I got some traveling that's gonna be happening the next few weeks. So what I'll probably do is if I cannot host it, I'll probably see if another one of my masterminders is available to host it so we can keep the show going. As you guys are popping in, let me know what part of the world you're coming in from. Let me know where you are. Where are you spending your Friday night? Where are you spending your Friday night? So tonight is all about having a conversation with another one of my amazing masterminders, elite legacy masterminders. Melissa Wilson is in the house with us tonight. Last week we tried, but ain't nothing like trying again. It don't got nothing to do with you. Ain't got nothing to do with you. It's the ecosystem of the world. How you feeling tonight, Belle?
I feel good. I'm feeling pretty good. Thank you for
Yeah.
having me.
So I came with my little green t-shirt. Mel just came popping with her green. I love it. I love it. So let us know tonight. Oh, shout out to Denise. If our Elite Legacy Squad is here, type of Elite Legacy. For my Legacy Launchers, type of Legacy Launchers. And of course, for our CEO Mompreneurs, just type of CEO. I'm super excited about joining us tonight. We are in for a really, really juicy conversation. We're going to be talking about basically the ebbs and flow of being a CEO and being a mom and how are we navigating it, some of the challenges and blocks that I have, some of the challenges and blocks that Mel have, and yet some tips and strategies that somehow we're still here, right? What are some of the things that we did that sometimes you may need to do? And we're both special needs moms. My son with autism, she's going to talk more about her son, and you're in for a treat today. So just know, grab your pencils, pay attention, get your glass, sippy sip. Shout out, let me shout out to my mama. Sippy sip time, sippy sip time. She was like, girl, you need a cute glass. I'm like, I sure do. Thank you. All right, Mel. So introduce yourself and tell them a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Melissa Wilson. I am the CEO and founder of Advocacy Solutions of Maryland. I reside in Camp Springs, Maryland, and I have one son, who's 28 years old, who is the love of my life, who was born with cerebral palsy. Um, he has developmental disabilities, and yeah, amongst other things of his diagnosis, but he is the most amazing, resilient, handsome young man any mom can have. So, with
Oh,
my agency, we assist families like myself with finding resources as their loved ones transition into adulthood from high school. So,
mhm.
we assist them with employment resources, college courses, finding sustainable staff to care for them. So, amongst other things, we do.
Awesome. So, what made you even think of? I mean, I know you had to do it for your son, but why take it
Mhm.
from helping your own son to transition into adulthood? Why did you decide to help other families with that?
Well, once the transition happened really fast for me, and I really wasn't paying attention at all. I was just thinking that we had time. And I had people assisting me, like the school staff, the
Hmm.
principal, the guidance counselors were really a huge help with getting me the resources I needed because I really wasn't paying attention. It kind of snuck up on me. And
Right.
so I saw other parents that I was speaking with was having the same issues. So that's why I said, no one was helping. definitely with, if I'm honest, African American, we weren't being provided the resources and everything that other families were being offered. So I decided to just use my voice because I have a big mouth. Use my voice for good and start
Yes.
assisting families such as myself. So
I love it. I love it. So use your mouth for good. So how many of us sometimes time sneaks up on us, right? Hey
yes.
Lucina, hi Delaspa, hey Zena, Denise, anybody else out there that I missed, just say your name, type your name, I shout you out. How many of us, because when Mel and I first met, Zachary was just transitioning from elementary, no, junior high school, no, elementary into junior high school time. And I was like,
Hmm.
Mel, what you're doing is so important because you're already getting people ready for that next step. And I'm
Hmm.
usually, I have all these things that's going on. So I'll probably be like you, where I'll be like, oh my God, where did time come? Oh my God,
Hmm.
it's that
Hmm.
time.
Hmm. Yes.
How many of you out there feel like sometimes time just catches up, goes faster than what you actually think is going? Like you feel like you have all the time in the world, and then you look around, you're like, oh shoot, all right, so you decided to start this agency or company or your own brand, your business, helping other families. Now, what were some of the challenges when it came to navigating your son and also helping others? Like what would happen with the challenges when the challenges will kick in?
Well, prior to the pandemic happening, I used to see my son off in the morning, and I would not get home till like maybe 8:30, 9:30 at night, only
Mhm,
because at that time we were allowed to go into families, our clients' homes, and sit with them and see what services they needed. And sometimes the meetings can be very lengthy. So it was pretty much a juggle where as though I started feeling guilty because I wasn't spending a lot of time with my son.
mhm,
So when the pandemic came, it allowed me to slow down and, with your assistance, get more systems in place with my business so I can kind of operate it better. So, but definitely spending more time with my son was being a mother was not really
it's hard.
being done. Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah. It's hard. And how many of us feel the guilt at times, right? When we
Hmm.
start our
Hmm.
business and our business does take time, especially the beginning stage. And
Hmm.
you go through this phase where you begin to feel guilty whenever, and whenever we take time away from spending with our kids, we're already working a job or doing other things. And now we're trying to do a
Hmm.
business on the side, which is also more time being taken away. And I told people many times before how that guilt of getting on the plane or going places or
Yeah.
doing things at times that I feel like, oh my gosh, are people going to think that I'm a bad mom because I'm actually
Hmm.
doing other things towards the business? Did that kick in for you? Did you think
Yes,
people would think
absolutely.
you're a bad mom?
Well, yeah. Well, I had some friends that would tell me because I was with my son a lot in the beginning, because a lot of people that I know now, their kids are maybe they're not teenagers yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, but some of them I find myself explaining like, oh no, I have to remind them that my son is 28.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was raising my son, there wasn't any social media, there wasn't Instagram, there wasn't Facebook. So now we can kind of like show what we want of our
Mm-hmm.
lives, and I couldn't do that. So now that I'm living a little bit of more freedom, it looks as if some people don't understand that, but I have to remind them that my son is a full grown man and we've been on this journey quite some time. So
I
yeah.
love it. Mind your business, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much mind your business. And hope you can get to a level of freedom yourself, and if you need to know how, I'll show you how. So
That part, right? So here's the thing, and this is for our older our parents with older children, right?
mhm.
So your kids are older. Yes, it's different that he still needs you for certain things, but in
Mhm.
actuality, you've been doing this for a hot 28 years. So
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
like back up and let me do what I do. One of the things
Exactly.
that I had to tell my mom at a certain time was, you know, I'm figuring this thing out. There's no book, there's no manual.
Nope.
But what I'm clearing is it may not look like what it looks like for everyone else. Like
Exactly.
our life is our life, our journey is our journey.
Mhm.
No one's in here with us when we're dealing with the things that we have to deal with. So I
Mm-hmm.
began to say, bump what other people think.
Pretty much. Yeah. Because you have to, because someone will always have something to say. Sometimes I have this thing where as though when I get on social media or someone comes across my page with my son and one person asks me, well, how is your son a blessing? I get trolls all the time. So because I'm in a different space now, I don't try to find their address or anything so we can have a conversation in person,
She coming to get
past
you.
that part. Yeah, so I just block them. I just welcome them to my block party. So I have a huge block party of people that I block because I don't, some people just they have an opinion. Your opinion doesn't matter over here. It really doesn't because you don't know our story. You don't know my journey. So you don't
Yeah,
know that I care for my son the way I do and then some. So
facts.
yeah, their opinions don't matter.
I remember when I used to say Zachary's amazing, and people were like, "Well,
Mm-hmm.
why are you saying autism is amazing? Autism is a lot." Like all they saw were the negative things, and I was like, "Well,
Mm-hmm.
if you're around him, you'll realize how freaking amazing he is. Like he is a
Exactly.
light, he is a shine. Yes, he has
Mm-hmm.
challenges, but I believe everyone has challenges. It just looks different. Oh my God, I gotta post some of the things that the tribe is saying. As Sandra said, love that block party. Put him in the block party group. Oh God, somebody said he is a gift from God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And guys, make sure you
Mm-hmm.
are following Mel on Instagram and on social media. Is what's your IG, Mel?
It's Miss_advocate.
Miss underscore advocate. So why did you decide to create your business and call it Advocacy Solutions of Maryland? What was your reasoning behind that? Because I know sometimes people have difficulty choosing their name for their business. How did you think
Mm-hmm.
of that?
I had a hard time trying to choose a name, but I knew that the word advocacy had to be in it because some people who they followed me for a long time, they knew that the word Miss Advocate came from one of the owners of a nursing agency.
Mm.
And she saw that I would not, and I was very adamant on the services that my son needed. And so she just started calling me Miss Advocate when I walked in the office. And so that's how the name came from. My username came from that. So I knew the word advocacy had to be in my business name. And then I
Mm.
saw that I provide solutions. I just
Mm.
do. And that I'm in the state of Maryland. So
Love
it's
it,
Advocacy
love it.
Solutions of Maryland. So that's how it came about.
I love it. I love it. And one of the things that Mel mentioned before is that the incorporation of systems, how, trying to juggle it all, we do have
Mm-hmm.
to create a system. And then most importantly, the last thing was get help, right?
Yes. Yes.
So talk to me a little bit more about how did it feel to first, and I spoke about this in our Elite Legacy Mastermind. Actually, another
Mm-hmm.
one, someone else had posted it that first, the hardest part initially is asking for help. The
Mm-hmm.
next level now is receiving help. How were
Mm-hmm.
you initially with asking for help and then receiving help? Let's talk us through that.
Far as my business, far
Mhm.
as the business, well,
Yeah, as far as doing the business and being a mom and both.
mm-hmm. Well, with being a mom, it was kind of hard at first with asking for help because I was raised by such a strong mother, and I had a lot of women around me who just did everything themselves. And so I, at one point, because some family members thought I should put my son in an institution when he was born,
Mm,
I started my journey trying to prove them wrong instead of just proving myself right that I can do it. So I was just pretty much just knocking down barriers like I told you so, I told you I can do it. But after a
mm,
while that got exhausting because I didn't need their approval. So when I stopped doing things that way, um, I started just knowing that I can care for my son. But at that point I had to stop being so angry, and because I was caring for him, but I was real angry when I was doing it. Everybody, if you were in my line of path, it was not good for you, especially when it came down to my son. And no one did anything to me. So I had to go into therapy. I had to go into therapy and just be honest that, okay, I'm taking care of my son, but I really haven't come to terms full circle. I really was hoping one day he would just wake up and crawl into my room. Okay, we're going to do this. I'm going to put you in early intervention, but I really hope you just crawl in my room one day and meet those milestones. And it never happened. So I had to get into therapy and just be honest about a whole lot of stuff that wasn't even just about his diagnosis. It was other things before then.
Yeah.
So, and even with coming to terms saying, okay, I want to be a voice and start my business. I saw you online when Melanie was interviewing you. Melanie Oates was interviewing you, and
Mhm.
then you just stood out to me because there were other coaches out here that I was, weighing against or whatever. So I had a conversation with Melanie, and she was saying that as far as your systems and you being an autism mom, you definitely can relate to us more. And that's what I needed, someone that was relatable. And
That's
so,
important. So
yeah.
how was it? How was it asking for help to be able to say, okay, wait, I need help. I need actually help
Uh-huh.
in now my
Mm-hmm.
business. Hmm.
Right. Well, I didn't know any. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what I needed help. I didn't know. I didn't know anything. So I had to ask for help in starting a business. So. Mhm.
I love it, and that's I give Mel so much credit for that, and I'm saying that for some of us out there that's trying to figure it all out when it's not your
Mhm.
thing. Like she is a bomb at what she does, and I need you guys to
Mhm.
type down, "I am a bomb at blank." But when it comes to business, business is a whole different ball game, and
Mhm.
learning
It
that and
is.
trying to do it, it could take another freaking 5, 10 years to learn some of the basic things. It's okay to learn some of the basic things,
Mhm.
and or you
So.
can invest in someone and
Mhm.
get the support through the process.
Mhm.
So Astana wrote that part, realizing we're angry, getting over that part, getting therapy. I can do, I relate, and Joy wrote, Dr. Joy wrote, therapy is fire, my favorite place on Fridays at 3 p.m. And Dr. Joy is a therapist also, and she believes in therapists seeing therapists.
Mhm.
It's something that I do believe that we need to check ourselves, especially when you notice that you get angry,
Yeah.
like little things just piss you off, or you're feeling you're
Mhm.
at a state where you can't speak to anyone. I always urge people to take care of your mental health, take care and have some space that you can actually go and talk to. As Sandra wrote, I'm a bomb at accounting. I'm a bomb at Mel's a bomb at advocating. Like she said, she was
Mhm.
advocating for her son. She learned all the resources. And Mel, we call her money making Mel in the tribe. He should be started. Tell us about the money making Mel story. Where did that come from?
We were in Aruba and we were going over our numbers and our clients and everything. And Ishamin just turned to me and said, "Hey, money making mail," and I was like, "Okay, I'm broke, so I don't want any of my family borrowing from me," because she posted that under one of my pictures, and my family said, "Oh, you have money? Can we borrow some?" I was like, "No," and I said, "Ishimi, can you stop saying that? Because now my family won't borrow money." No, no,
Well,
come watch my son.
right? Come help. Don't ask people for money. Come help.
Exactly, come work for some money.
And what the thing was when we first started working together, and we were putting together her packages, and she was already doing what she did as a beast, and now it was for us to now to incorporate it for her own brand and her own business. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember sitting down, she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get about 3 clients, Dr. Allie, and da 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 da." And she's giving me these numbers, and the next time she was like, "Well, I got 3 clients in a week, so now I'm on to like 6." And then she came back the following month. She's like, I got those 6. Now I'm on to about 10. And I'm just like, girl. she was nervous to invest the amount of money she was investing with me initially. And she made
Mm-hmm.
the money back probably within the first a month. She was
I
already made
did.
back the
Mm-hmm.
money. And it's all
Mm-hmm.
because she literally needed that space for us to really sit down and put her business aside and get her into that CEO mindset. Let's talk about
Right.
CEO mindset and the difference from where you were before to how
Mm-hmm.
you're feeling now, how you're operating
Mm-hmm.
now. And we're not saying it's perfect, but just say where you
Right.
were before now and where you are now.
Where I started at with you, like I said, I didn't know anything. I didn't know. All I knew was to LLC my business, um, get a business account. I knew I had the information that I wanted to share with, you know, if I'm honest, I just have to say it the way I want to say it, with Black families,
Yes.
because we were just not getting what we needed in my community.
Speak it.
So So that's where I was. Although now I do have clients that are Hispanic, and I just acquired a Korean speaking family. But
Wow.
my main target was my single moms, Black single mom families. So
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning, all I knew was, like I said, was just to name my company, um, get a business account,
Mm-hmm.
and just pretty much the basics. So when I came to you and we was pretty much going from A to Z, every time we did something, I just felt more confidence in sharing that I had a business. And I used to have this thing with not wanting to charge my families certain amounts of money, but
Mm-hmm.
because my clients come through Medicaid waiver programs, that is set anyway, so they don't pay me out of pocket.
Mm-hmm.
The clients I have now do not pay me out of pocket. It comes through state funding. So, but each time when we met and something else was scratched off the list, I've gained more confidence and speaking about my business and not feeling as if I was taking anything away from anyone else. Because I feel
And
as
I
though I
love it,
really do. I really feel as though I'm in a lane by myself. I really do, in what I
girl.
do for my community.
You are. You are.
Hmm.
And that was one of the things when we were getting clear with what you did and we were researching what others were doing. And I was like,
Hmm.
you stand out. Like what you're
Hmm.
doing is unique. I mean, we have other advocates, but what you're
Hmm.
doing for
For
especially for the
sure.
Black community, um,
Hmm.
and initially, like Mel was saying, charging was something initially. Like she was like, no, I'm just gonna go and I'm just gonna give them time and it's okay. And I'm just like, girl, you got first of all, and this is what I love to tell my clients. This is why I think investing in the coach is important. You want to
Hmm.
pay for me, right? You want to make sure that this money that you're investing, you want to make sure it's at least coming back, right? All right, so
Yes.
let's go out there and let's start really realizing your value. I mean, I know you know
Hmm.
your value, but when you begin to invest out, especially when you're paying for systems, you're paying for a coach, you're investing all these things, it gets you real straight. And
Yes.
it gets you real straight. At least it does for me. I start
Hmm.
showing up like a crazy lady because I'm like, I gotta keep make my numbers because now I'm
Hmm.
operating as a CEO. I'm not doing a
Right.
hobby. This is not a cute
Right.
thing. So
Right.
even in our time, I was like, and if we want to pick up more clients, we can't do the extra time unless it's an invested time, unless that's what we choose to. And we have that, of course. I'm not saying don't do
Hmm.
that. It's just now
Hmm.
being more conscious of our time, right?
Yes. Yes. You always told me to have people honor my time
Yeah.
and stop having my clients would call me 10 o'clock at night. And so we had to get a system in place where so they had to get on my calendar because I would pick the
Yes.
phone up knowing I was in the middle of something else just so I could hear what they had to say. But sometimes it really wasn't anything they wanted. So if they schedule a call with me, then they can have my time. So honoring
That
my time
part. Come on,
was
y'all.
hard
Heart
for
that up.
me.
Heart that up. Heart that up. Because some of us be giving all that extra space, extra time. People are not
Hmm.
honoring our time, thinking they can call us
Hmm.
and ask us questions. Let me pick your brain. Let me ask you
Hmm.
a question. Meanwhile, I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, how about you drop? Let me drop my calendar link first, and then I'm not
Hmm.
saying it's a paid link, but at least drop the
Right.
link so first you honor my time, and then drop
Hmm.
the link because if you're gonna be asking me a lot of information, then we're gonna drop this payment link so that you can pay for because this ain't free. Like all the stuff that's going on here, you did all your certificates, you did all your classes, you spent time
Hmm.
making sure that your paperwork was right. So we want to make sure we're operating as a CEO. Not, and that's why
Yes.
I changed the name of the group from the Mompreneurs to now. No, 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 no. I need you to remember that you are a CEO.
Hmm.
Look,
Hmm.
look, look, look. Astana says I'm guilty of that. Evelyn said they don't
Hmm.
they don't want to hear what you have to say right there. Oh, I
Hmm.
came in right on time because I know some of us are out there just giving our time away. Oh, here, you get
Yep.
some time and you get some time and you get some time. Meanwhile,
Hmm.
what was the first thing that Mel said at the beginning when she was nervous of the time that she was taken away from her son and the guilt that it felt at that time? See, I
Hmm.
use that as that mental space of if I'm spending time with you, that's time away from my son.
Yeah.
So this time better be valuable.
Hmm.
all right. So tell us a little bit about this month and tell us all about why we're wearing green. Tell us a little bit about CP month so we can make sure that we get that in.
Okay. So, as some people may not know, that every March is Cerebral Palsy Awareness Month, where we bring awareness. I bring awareness to my son. I go hard for my son every day. I put him out the forefront. There's nothing my son
Facts.
cannot do his way, not our way. He has his own way of doing things because, of course, he's in a wheelchair. But for March, we bring more awareness and more attention to cerebral palsy awareness. And for this 2022, we are doing a Get Fit with CP.
Whoop, whoop.
So we are on March the 26th, we are working out with one of my great friends, Donna, Dynamite, the trainer, and
Whoop,
she's going
whoop.
to pretty much just have a circuit course going on, and we are going to be sitting there and we're not sitting. We are going to be working out and just enjoying time together, fresh air together, and just moving for a good cause. And we're raising funds for a local nonprofit that I'll be giving all the proceeds to, who absolutely, I already know who I'm giving it to. I already know who the person is, the agent, the organization, where they definitely help special needs families
Oh,
um, alleviate the financial burden for medical bills, electric bills, rent, anything they can think of that a family will need. They always
oh.
step in and provide service to our community. So,
I know who it is. Well, huge
so
shout
the
out. I absolutely love the fact that so we will be celebrating Get Fit with CP. I am driving down, well, we are driving down to Maryland to go hang out with the Advocacy Solutions of Maryland and Mel and crew because just because it's an important cause. And how can you donate? Mel, is the site up yet? Can they start using the site, or we're still working on it a little bit?
the site had a few little
We're still
errors
working
in
through
it.
some of the glitches.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
so we'll
I
post
love
it.
the outcome of it, but just
You're
tomorrow
still
it should
working.
be yeah.
Cool. No worries.
Hmm.
So by tomorrow, what I'll do, guys, is I'll come back in. If you're interested, just type out a number one. If you're interested in the course, type out a number one, and I'll come back in, or Mel will come back in, and we'll just respond to you and drop the link of where you can donate or just come out and support virtually because we're going to open up the virtual room. She didn't know about that, but I told
Hmm.
her, once we're there, we will open up a Zoom and open up a open up a virtual room. She just got to
Hmm.
focus on her people and just making sure that they are all served. So we got a whole bunch of ones. We got ones. We got ones. We got ones. So your tribe
Thank
is
you
here
guys so much.
to
Thank
support you.
you.
To support you. I love it. I love it. All right.
And
So
on
go ahead.
March, okay, March 25th is
Mhm.
the day that you wear green in
Okay.
honor of cerebral palsy awareness. Um, so I'm not sure if anyone has been to Maryland, but we
Mhm.
at the National Harbor they have a big wheel, a big carousel wheel,
Really?
and we are turning the wheel green for cerebral palsy awareness, and we are
Oh,
inviting special needs families to come out and ride for free on the big wheel. So
oh my goodness. I didn't even know that. How cute. So
yeah,
they'll
so
be lighting up
today
green.
it was finalized today, so I couldn't say anything until then.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. So, tribe will remind each other wear our green, put some pictures, and just tag Mel on that
Hmm.
day, just to love up on her and love up
Hmm.
on other families that are also working through cerebral palsy and
Hmm.
living with it, and just alleviating their life in which that they have to now change certain things but also
Hmm.
appreciate other things. So
Yeah.
there we
Hmm.
go. Look at all the amazing compliments and comments in here. I'm from Maryland. Congratulations. That will look beautiful, especially in the night by the harbor. Yes, take pictures
Yes.
and let us see all the
Hmm.
goodies. All right, Mel.
Absolutely.
So, and that's the 25th is the
Yes.
cerebral palsy.
It will be Friday, March 25th is National Cerebral Palsy Awareness Day, where you wear your green in honor of cerebral palsy awareness. My event is the next day, March 26th.
I'm so proud of her. She got in the whole event. I don't know how much work we had to work on this one. And she is doing it. Man, y'all know for me to drive down. I'm like, oh Mel. I usually have, so full transparency, I usually have my Mompreneurs event that weekend. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but this year I was super intentional. My message that I heard was to go out and usually you guys will see me go out and help Lisa and help Susie and help this coach and that coach. And I'm like, this year, I really want to be intentional about spending time and helping my masterminders in whatever they may do, whether it's an event, whether it's a workshop, whether it's just going there and just doing like what we're doing tomorrow in New York and just getting them together and just masterminding together in person. So
Mm-hmm.
it's an honor to come out. It's an honor for us to support you as a tribe. We'll be here,
Thank
whether
you.
we're there in person or just supporting you with shares or whatever. We're going to be doing
Mm-hmm.
what we're going to be doing. This is all about, and you guys, let me tell you, a year and a half ago, or almost 2 years ago, who you see in front of you was such a different person. I am so proud of who she is, of the CEO she has become, of the friend and person she has become. In Aruba, she comes out. She's the one that, okay, now we're going behind the scenes. She's the one that we have the neighborhood rap. So she brings all the cute raps. She's dressed out to the nines, as you guys can see. And she's the one that takes the best pictures of folks in the tribe. And everybody's like wanting Mel to take pictures because she know how to angle you. And she's fashionista and all that stuff. And she's just love. Like she is the epitome of love. And if you ever want to see somebody to ride for their coach, yo, I will ride with Mel any day. Say something. Say something about my coach. Say something. She I don't even have to say the road with Mel right next to me because Mel like a pit bull. Say something. Say something about my coach. Ready. I freaking love that. We love you. We love everything about you. We love the good, bad, and ugly. We love the amazingness of you, and that's why we knew we were. Yeah, Joy, riders. That's who I hang out with. Riders, because I
Mm-hmm.
ride for people. So I love it when I have rides with me because just like
That's
that, she
right.
know I will ride with her too. I'm like, girl, let's go Louis Vuitton. Let's go just chill for the day.
And
Don't
you have,
go
and
shop.
you have, and you have.
let's,
Yeah.
let's go shop. And I ride for my tribe, so that's why we riding down to Maryland, and we're gonna spend that day out there. That's what sisterhood is truly about. We fall out, we fall in, we fall up, we
Mm-hmm.
fall down. But
Mm-hmm.
really, Zena's right about we love the community wrap cover up. Siobhan said, Mel is the business. I love you, Mel. Zena
Thank
so
you.
looking great in Aruba. Yep, she makes sure that we all look great. And Lucina said, "That's a diva. Love you, girl." So they all loving up on you. She is
Thank
amazing,
you.
and this is CEO mindset in itself. This is how do I manage being a mom, especially a mom of a
Mm-hmm.
son with cerebral palsy, which requires even more than what I'm
Mm-hmm.
living with autism. So it's just a
Mm-hmm.
whole different space, and be out here helping other families with the transition process and still making money. But we're not gonna tell her family because she broke. It's according to the
Mm-mm.
family,
I'm broke.
but still out here making money and being a CEO. And their rough days and their days when sometimes it's hard for her to show up in
Mm-hmm.
some of the things we do, and she be feeling so bad. Like Dr. Ali, I don't want to make you. I want to make you proud, and I tell her this is the real deal of being a CEO. We got good days, we got not so good days. We got days when we can put
Yes.
into our business, and we got months when we can't even put into our business. So it's just the real deal. And the one thing I do know is that we're here for each other through the ups and downs. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what a CEO is really maneuvering through your business through the ups and downs and still standing. Type out still standing, y'all. Type out still
Yes.
standing. All right, they're pouring back into you. They're filling your cup up because they know that's what we were doing. We're around the 8:30 man. Mel also can master that side eye life. That's the side eye life. Mel has an amazing heart. I love it. I love it. I love it. As we're popping off, and I'm gonna let Mel close off with whatever word she feels she wants to leave you guys with. But as we're popping off, just let us know what the takeaway, what's the value of you guys popping in tonight. What did you need to hear? Wait a minute, I didn't mean for you to really pop off, Mel. I think she lost. She Mel, we did so good. We're keeping you from most of the call today. She'll be back. All right, people are writing still standing, still standing, still standing. I don't know. I didn't mean pop off, pop off. Mel probably pressed something by mistake. That happened to me the other night in a call. It's an honor to come in on Fridays. I'm looking forward to some of y'all hosting these Fridays. I'm kind of setting it up that way because I just want to make sure that we have a community that we're all in leadership roles. I'm really in clarity or in motion towards making sure that you are all having this space where we can talk about different things that you can lead in the same space. All right, Zena said, I love the way she got to see the honor CP day. Yeah, Mel is a beast. Mel, like she, if you want to advocate and you want to learn about how to advocate and the business that she's doing, because what we're doing now is we're turning her business into a training process where she can begin to train other people on how to do some of the things that she's doing because she has more than enough clients than she can even handle. Here she goes. That's all right, Mel. All right, Mel. It's last. I said wrap up, but I didn't mean that wrap up.
I know my phone died. I didn't. My phone died. Oh my goodness.
All right, sis. So leave them with something. What do you feel like God had in your spirit to leave with the ladies today?
Um. Um. Oh no, I don't want to get emotional. I'm not getting emotional.
It's
I am
okay.
not getting emotional. Um. That we all are trying to lose weight, right? We're all trying to get ourselves together, and
Mm, breathe.
with all of us trying to get our help together and grow our businesses and everything, if we do not take care of our mental health first, we will not succeed. I was trying to lose weight for so long, but until I got into with a good therapist, none of my weight was starting to come off because I was just trying to mask whatever else was going on with me. But until I got into a good therapist and started peeling back all the layers of what was going on with me, then I started seeing myself focusing more on my weight. But although we're trying to look a certain way and be well dressed and snatched and all this, your mental health is so important. That's what comes first.
Mm,
So if anything you can do is seek therapy and lean into your community as best you can.
mm. Ooh, that's a message God gave you. You know, when it comes to the tears, it comes from some deep within. And that's how we moved into the Get Fit with CP. That's how that idea really came. And she was talking about, I'm at this process where I'm trying to work on my weight. Me too. You guys see how we did 22 and 22. And I was like, well, what do you want to do? And she was like, well, how about we just do, Get Fit, because I've been working on this getting fit. And I'm like, let's get fit with CP. And then she's like, well, she said the name, and I'm like, yeah, like let's really open it up to that space. And the whole thing about it was her being in a space because she's working on our mental health to be able to now move in her business. If she
Yes.
wasn't able to work on the mental health, then she wouldn't be able to be making steps towards her business, and of course with community help through the process. And that is for you guys to understand and take. They're sending you big squishy hugs. Evelyn said it takes courage to be vulnerable. Having our mental health snack. Mental health is key, y'all. That's part of the reason why I started doing these Friday CEO flows, just to have a space where we could just talk and just talk real deal. And I'm proud of you. I'm proud of all you guys out there. And if anything, I hope you receive what Mel really came to tell you guys, which is mental health matters, even as we're growing as moms and we're growing as CEOs in our business. Thank you, sis. I love you. Thank
Thank
you for that.
you.
And I'll see you in about 2 weeks. All right, sis. Be blessed. Bye, everyone. And we will
Thank
drop the link
you.
as soon as we get it. Thanks for all the number ones. For anyone who's coming in later, drop a one if you're interested in supporting, donating, or just finding out more information about Get Fit with CP. And look, they're all loving up on you. And they said
Oh,
thank
thank
you. Thank
you.
you. Oh, hugs and smooches. All right,
Thank
y'all. Love
you.
you. Don't hang up yet, Mel. I'm going to end it, but let me just wrap up with you.